10. Chapter 10: The Ripple Effect. The festival had been a resounding success, and Gabriel was still riding the high of their performance. The following week, he and the Heartsong team were inundated with messages of appreciation and support. It seemed that the impact of their music had touched many lives, and the response from the audience was overwhelmingly positive. One afternoon, as Gabriel was sorting through the numerous emails and social media messages that had come in since the festival, he received a message that stood out from the rest. It was from a woman named Laura, who had been at the festival with her family. "Hi Gabriel," the message began. "I hope you're doing well. I wanted to work on our marriage again, and your music is helping us through this time." Gabriel read the message several times, his heart swelling with emotion. It was moments like these that made all the challenges and sacrifices worth it. He was reminded of why he had chosen this path, why he had turned away from the secular world to focus on using his music for God's glory. He responded to Laura, expressing his gratitude for her message and offering to pray for her and her family. The connection he felt with his audience was something he had never experienced before in his career. It was deeper, more personal, and profoundly meaningful. As Gabriel continued to sift through the messages, he noticed a recurring theme. Many people had shared stories of how the festival had touched their lives, how they had found hope, healing, or renewed faith through the music. It was clear that the ripple effect of their performance was spreading far beyond what they had anticipated. Rachel walked into the studio, her face glowing with excitement. "Gabriel, you won't believe this. I just got a call from Pastor Mike. He's been flooded with requests from people who want to know more about our ministry and where they can find our music. He's even had churches reaching out, asking if we could come and perform at their events." Gabriel's eyes widened. "That's incredible, Rachel. I never expected this kind of response." Rachel nodded, her enthusiasm contagious. "It's amazing how God is using our music to reach people. Pastor Mike thinks it's an opportunity for us to expand our ministry, to reach even more people with our message." The idea was both thrilling and daunting. Gabriel had always envisioned his music as a tool for outreach, but the prospect of expanding their ministry to include more performances and events was a new challenge. It meant more planning, more coordination, and more responsibility. David, who had been working on some new tracks in the studio, joined the conversation. "I think we should embrace this opportunity. We can use it to grow our impact and reach more people. And we have the talent and the passion to make it happen." Sarah, who had been listening quietly, added her thoughts. "We've been working so hard, and it's clear that God is blessing our efforts. If this is His plan for us, then we need to be open to it and trust that He will guide us every step of the way." Gabriel took a deep breath, weighing their words. The idea of expanding their ministry was exciting, but it also required careful consideration and planning. He knew it would mean more time away from his personal life, more travel, and a lot more work. But as he looked around at his friends, at the people who had become like family to him, he felt a deep sense of peace. They were united in their purpose, and he knew they would support each other through whatever challenges lay ahead. "All right," Gabriel said with a determined smile. "Let's do it. Let's take this opportunity and see where God leads us. We'll plan carefully, stay focused on our mission, and trust that He will guide us." The group cheered, their enthusiasm palpable. Over the next few weeks, they began to make plans for their expanded ministry. They reached out to churches, scheduled new performances, and continued to work on their music. It was a busy and demanding time, but it was also exhilarating. One evening, after a particularly intense rehearsal, Gabriel found a quiet moment to himself. He sat in the studio, reflecting on the journey that had brought him here. The challenges, the doubts, the sacrifices, they had all been worth it. He had found his place, his purpose, and he was making a difference in the world. As he looked out the window at the setting sun, Gabriel felt a profound sense of gratitude. He was living out his calling, and he knew that God was with him every step of the way. The ripple effect of their music was reaching people, touching lives, and bringing hope. And as he prepared for the next chapter of his journey, Gabriel was filled with a sense of excitement and anticipation. He knew that the road ahead would be challenging, but he was ready to face it, knowing that he was walking in God's plan and using his gifts for his glory.